Well, let's see if this actually works this time because last time I didn't see anything, and I'm trying to see what's going on. So I don't know if I'm truly fully live or not. So if anybody shows up, they should plain and simple. Not going to, show this out anywhere in particular, broadcast it. I'm going to pay attention on the YouTube side here. I hope everybody can hear me, whoever does happen to pop in. Um, for those that do, those that don't, whatever. A little bit of catching up, a little bit just kind of little bit of talk. Hey, John, how's it going? It's been a minute and a half. You can hear me fine, John. I just want to make sure on that. Um, I know there's a lot of new things that have gone on with the streaming platform YouTube, and a lot of different things changes. I have no clue about. I'm not even up to date on it, even though I get emails like crazy and everything. Uh, that it's there. Uh, I just double checking here with John by typing in the chat saying that if he can actually hear me. I just want to make sure because I don't know if my mic is muted or not, and whether or not everything is working okay. Okay, good, fine, good, fine. That's all I needed to know. Thanks, John. So I don't care who else is listening, who's not, whatever. I'm just going to say things the way they is because over the past year and a half, a lot of things have changed with me, and kind of looking at things somewhat differently because of what I've been through, what I haven't been through, I guess, all at the same time. What I'm putting up with, what I'm not putting up with. And the first thing I'm going to say right off the bat is, and I don't care. This is just how I feel, and this is the way I'm going to do things. It's my way or the highway. I don't care. With that being said, I am also going to say if you keep trying to friend request me on goddamn Facebook, I'm not going to do it if I haven't done it yet. So don't even bother continuing to do it. And there's a bunch of you who do it, and you're probably listening to this. And if that's you, fuck off. Okay. I don't need your drama. Plain and simple. Okay. I just don't need it. I've walked away from that drama and that part of the life here on this YouTube streaming, because I just don't need it anymore. I've been through enough. I've seen too much. I'll even add to it that if I really want to look at it, I should be dead about 4 times over, twice within the last year. Okay. Once before when I was 12 years old, and then another time again. I don't remember what age, but I was doing something stupid that I shouldn't have. Excuse me for a sec while I take a sip. Not an alcohol, in case anybody's wondering. Actually, I don't even have any. I've been staying away from it for quite some time now. Occasionally, yes, I do. I'll buy whatever and have a drink or two, but that's it. I don't go overboard. I don't go to, oh, I need to have that buzz anymore. It just isn't just what it is. I'm only drinking things that I like. I'm not trying anything too new, especially in alcohol. If it's excuse me, but that. Well, that's just it. I don't think they have a. I think there might be a setting for it, John, but I'm not 100% sure. I haven't explored everything on PS5 yet, like I should have by now, even though I've had it for that long. Okay, um, it's just how it is. Yeah, I don't really care about all that extra drama and shit. Um, that's probably why I don't come around to a lot of people's live streams anymore. Or if I do, I just sit hidden in chat. I don't say anything anymore because I see people who I don't care about who have nothing but drama constantly around them, and I just don't want to be around them. Plain and simple as that. Um, And I think part of what happened this last year has kinda made me realize that, um, why do I need it? Why do I need to be part of something that is just totally negative and destructive in every single way, not only to me, but to other people in the chat, to other people out there in the world, and we're just not, we don't get along, we don't get along. Simple as that. You go your way, I'm gonna stay in my lane and my road, and I'll move forward. So that's, just some basic stuff. Now, I'm my mind's constantly back and forth, back and forth. Am I coming back? Am I coming back? Am I gonna do something? I want to wholeheartedly, um, but I'm just contemplating on what I'm going to do. I kinda say that I want to, and then all of a sudden, a day or 2 later, it's like, I can go, "Ah, screw it. I'm not doing anything." Um, my mindset's not fully there. My heart isn't really fully there. So I kinda don't do it. I have 2 games on my PS5. I haven't barely touched them. One was whatever last WWE wrestling, and I went through things. I created my own character, whatever. I didn't like it. There's some things that I don't like in the creation that they completely took away that makes it suck. And then the things where I want to do certain things is like it makes it harder to do because you got to go through certain other spots to do it. It's like everything's hidden, but that's how it is. And there was this other one, which car racing game, um, bringing it back to an original in its series. And I've seen this pop around on Facebook a lot. What is the best original series for a console? And a lot of this newer stuff, I will not pick. Um, a lot of the older stuff and some of the biggest, best series and gameplay that's out there, and I don't care what anybody says. You can try to prove me wrong or not, but you won't change my mind. It's Final Fantasy and Zelda. You can't get female superstars. What, you can't create them? Is that what you're talking about, John, or you can't download them? You'll have to elaborate on that, sensei, because I'm not 100% sure what you're meaning by that. But that's okay. Um, so I don't know. I use my PS5 to watch Netflix and Paramount Plus. Um, I used to have AMC Plus. I stopped for a while. I might get it back, but right now I'm not in the in the situation where I can start spending a bunch of money. I have to stop. And I'm finding that difficult in spending money in certain places, which I like to allow me to de-stress, in a way, to get my mind off of my current situations I'm in. What's this? I can create them. I just not popular enough to have that game community. Like, oh, you mean for when you're streaming and that? Well, yeah, but then you also got to remember that half the females that you had were actually male characters behind them. So that kind of screws things up too if you're not friends with them anymore, or they're not in your creative community circle to engage. You know what I mean? Ah, yeah, that didn't taste the same. I bought what are they? 750 milliliter 6 packs of Coke Zero, and even though I add ice to it, it's not the same. Hey, goddess, are you sure that you've always been a female? I always thought that you were a goddess, especially a pain in the ass one. um, but good to see you around. I hope everything's going well. I've seen stuff that you've posted on Facebook, but I just been kind of keeping to myself a lot lately with a lot of things. It's just me. That's all. I'm not. being antisocial, I'm just being socially anti, something like that. But yes, I can laugh and joke around, whatever. I can be whatever way I need to be when that time comes. Ah, no, so I don't, I haven't been doing any of that. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go back to gameplay. I do have my other YouTube channel that's for gameplay. Um, where do I have it titled as? I think I have it titled as Devilish Impressions. I think that's what it's called. Um, but that's where I would mostly do most of my gameplay is over on that channel, not here. Here is I don't know, me, the person behind the name Devilish, or as most people call me Dev. Like, I mean, even in my real life, there's a couple things where I go to and I don't give them my real name. I tell them to call me Dev. Um, you know, that it's just something that I do. Yeah, I know. I, you know what, Goddess? I get that by trying to stay healthy. Me too. In all honesty, um, well, we'll say I'm diabetic, but I don't take any medication right now. I have hypertensive blood pressure, and I'm not on any medication for it. I eat certain foods that try to control the blood sugar and to bring it down. I do power walks after work, and it's from where I work to where I have to walk to my first bus stop is to catch the bus. They say it takes 12 minutes. I do it in 10, and I'm power walking. I do that every day after work. And then I have to do kind of a sprint walk, even though sometimes my left knee won't let me because I screwed my left knee up, the cartilage in the knee some way, whatever. But they said there's nothing wrong. But I feel the pain. I feel the discomfort from times, and either sitting too long or standing too long. Not too much in walking. Walking's not too. At first, when I start walking, yes, it might bother me a little bit, but then once I get going, I'm fine. Then it's just whether or not my feet want to put up with the shoes that I'm wearing. So we'll leave it as that. Now, so I do those things. So it's like, yeah, I get you. Well, trying to stay healthy. I got this cough that's been lingering, this cold that I had like a month ago, and you know, I, I I just can't seem to get rid of this full cough, and I don't know if it's more to do with the high blood pressure or not. I haven't seen a doctor in a while, and I kind of don't want to because I'm afraid of everything that else they might say, and then all this stupid testing and this and that. I don't know, and it's not being the typical male stereotype. It's just me personally, I'm just trying to do what I can. Uh, it's but with that, John, you start to feel tired beyond normal. Doesn't matter how much sleep you get. Um, and with me, I wake up too many times throughout the night as it is. So even though I might go to bed at 9 p.m., I'm up by 3:30 a.m. the latest. Um, but in between there, I'll wake up a minimum of 2 times to maybe 4 or 5 times. But it's when you wake up, it's whether if the lights are too bright or not, because if they are, they also raise your blood pressure. Um, and that because it's too bright, your mind's trying to wake up and it's racing. So it's better to have very little lighting as you can or next to none in your room when you're sleeping. And if you do have to be, you're like one of those people that do have to get up and go pee, that any light that you have should be as minimal as possible. That's just what it is. Um, and I can kinda laugh, people hear me, it's like, "Oh," um, I'm a jack of all trades. I might say that I'm a master of none. I do master some trades, that I've known, but I do know a little of just about everything. That's me. Um, I've never really had my true IQ tested, and it's probably maybe higher than the average person. Um, but even if I did find out, I wouldn't brag about it much. In character, I brag about it, but not as a person. Uh, Tonight still woke up early. I don't. Yeah, I know it's for me. Like I could have went to bed 11 o'clock last night, and I would still be waking up at 3 or 3:30 without an alarm. But then I'll roll over after a little bit and go back to sleep, and come maybe 9 o'clock at the most, I 9 a.m. or even no, sorry, 8 a.m. I cannot sleep anymore for the life of me. Okay, even if I try to force it, my body just will not let me. So either I have to get up and go pee because all of a sudden your bladder starts screaming, saying, "Ah, let me out, let me out." Or because of the cold air now coming, because fall and getting closer to winter, my sinuses don't like the cold, so I'm very stuffy and congested. Then my sinuses start to run. So either I have to blow my nose or I start coughing because it's dripping down, the nasal drip behind the tonsils there. Um, or I start getting leg cramps in my calves. I know that's poor circulation, um, and it may be. I know it's not a lack of water because you know how much I drink throughout the day for water. Jeez, it's all I drink at work. Um, I have, I think it is an 8-ounce coffee mug tumbler. Um, I fill that with coffee before I leave to go to work, and I drink it before I get on my first bus. Okay, but then throughout the rest of the day, I'm having about 12 to 14 of those cups minimum a day. So I don't know whether that's 3 liters of water. I'm not sure. And then I grab other little cups from the water fountain, uh, filter things, that we have at work. Um, and those cups, they're like a shot. They fill my mouth, that's it. So I laugh when I take those. I just drink them like shots. Um, but that's just how it is. Um, I know the title just says live stream from Restream November 8th, but I'll probably change it later. It's just supposed to be just chat and update, or just say, "Hey, hey, I'm alive. I'm not dead." For those who pop by, for those who watch on rewatch, you know, hit the thumbs up. If you're watching this on rewatch, leave a comment. Um, just say if it's a stupid ass comment, whatever, and it pisses me off, I'll just delete it. It's just the way I am. I'm not gonna put up with bullshit anymore. Um, my full mind is partially back to the old way, but also with new things added to it that I'm just not gonna tolerate. And people are gonna get what how they deal with me, meaning basically, you treat me the way you want to be treated because that's the way you're gonna be treated by me. So, if you're the one that fucks up, don't expect me to apologize. Don't expect me to give you respect if you're not giving it to me, because I'm not gonna give it back. Once you lose my respect, that's it. Fuck you. And there's a lot of people out there that I've said that too. I just kinda let them go. I just don't bother, because there's no point. Uh, yes, but also along with that water, you can do this, John. You can take a lime or lemon and squeeze the juice out of it and put it in your water. That also helps with the kidneys. Okay. So if you're getting too many higher numbers, especially with crystals, start doing that. That'll help clean it out too, as well. I'm trying to remember the other item. I can't remember right offhand to put in drink. Oh, another one with for higher blood pressure and your heart rate. Um, if you can do it, it's kind of hard for some people. If you drink coffee, uh, out of teaspoon of, cinnamon to your coffee. It's not a taste that originally that you're gonna like, you probably hate it, and then it takes a little bit, but cinnamon, a spoonful or 2, even if you can take it on its own or add it to water and drink it, apparently that's, supposed to be really good for you, okay? Um, so there's just things that, I've been told, that I've read, that I've found out from legitimate doctors, okay? Uh, those 3 right there. Citrus in itself pretty much helps. The only one that's kinda difficult, and I don't know the time frame to actually take it because nobody seems to know, is grapefruit. On one hand, it says it's bad for diabetes. On the other hand, they say it's great for a bunch of other things, but it's a time frame. It's the same thing with the cup of coffee. There is a proper time during the day in which you're supposed to take it and how much, but, um, I got the information somewhere, I just can't remember where at the moment. Um, I've been off of that, taking that off to the side, personal life things, I'm going through some things that I started doing a series about, and then I got really affected. Was it not during it or before it? I can't remember, and my mind just kinda went, "Eh." I'm not sure how much of all that, besides the series, that I did, that maybe I'm finished it, maybe I'm not, I don't know. I don't know where my journey for it's going and how much more to reveal besides what I have. I'm not looking for pity or sympathy or anything. Yes, it's sad. Yes, it's horrible. And what's not being done, it hurts even more uh, than anything else. Then I have another side that things have happened because of all that now is being difficult. And now that some things have gone through from that full year worth, I'm going to say there are some instances that have happened that I was never told about that has to deal with family, and I'm totally pissed off about it. And I biting my tongue, because the person that it's around, I don't wanna hurt them in the wrong way by my actions, because I really wanna wring somebody's neck because of this. And, you know, I I could go through with it. Do I wanna suffer the consequences? Do I wanna suffer the consequences that might happen between me and this particular person, that I care about? No, I really don't want things to happen in a bad way between us. Will they forgive me down the road for my actions? I'm not 100% sure. Will they forget? No, I don't think so. Just like me, everything that's happened to me in a bad way, I never forget. Can I forgive? Yes and no until I see the same broken record happen again, which is a lot of people that I used to know here on YouTube. Um, the broken records, they repeat their actions over and over again. It's not necessarily the words, it's their actions. And unfortunately, they just don't seem to get that back into control in the right way. Um, I've been since I have Netflix and it's on Netflix, I've been watching WWE more, but, um, I just don't enjoy it. I look at it and go, "What the hell is this stupid crap?" And it's like, "This is boring. What the hell?" Um, and then they're stupid that like, okay, I don't know what it is, why they're doing this. I don't know if it's, um, the networks that they're broadcasting on or if it's, whatchamacallit, the main company that owns them and, MMA, they're with Dana, whatever the main parent company is, I've forgotten offhand. Um, if it's them, but as I watched Monday night, was it Monday Night Raw? Or was it Friday Night SmackDown? I can't remember which one I was watching yesterday. Um, later in the day. I know SmackDown was on yesterday, but I was went through one and then the other. But the match, I think that was probably SmackDown. Um, Charlotte Flair versus Nia Jax. There were points and times in there where they actually black screen the live screen TVs for certain things that are happening almost like as if it's, um, positioning of the camera to the contestants, especially female, um, or that they think there's going to be a wardrobe malfunction. They'll block it out, which I think is getting real stupid. If that's the case, then maybe you should look at the outfits that the females are wearing and have them change that a little bit, instead of being so revealing as they do. Like, when did, they turn around, uh, creatives and actually say that a female can show her full butt cheeks easily and it's okay, that she's got butt floss, okay? Because I look at it, on all sides. I can put the shoe on either side, be the devil's advocate. I can, be whatever. Look at it from their point of view and also looking at it as different point of views for, looking at it. And the majority of the views I'm looking at is like, why? Are we trying to go back to old Vince McMahon days and have sex sell the product that they're trying to put out there? Because if that's the case, then don't block anything out. Just leave it, let it go. But that's their stupidity. I'm pissed off because, website that I used to go to watch all the other wrestling and the MMA and a few other things, boxing and all that for free, um, that site, the people who put everything up, they've been slowly, shutting it down, letting their channels close. So I can't see AEW as easily anymore. I can't watch a few other things. I can't watch Formula One live anymore. I have to catch it on replay. So I'm not paying extra money for whatever channel so I can watch this. Mm. I don't agree with, satellite or cable TV anymore because the prices are extremely ridiculous, and if you want to watch certain channels, you have to buy a package with extra channels that you never watch. Why? And if you want what they call à la carte, which is just the one channel, they want you to pay a ridiculous price for it. So at the end of the day, when I looked at it, it's like, went, "No, forget it. I'm just gonna stay where I am, have the internet." I have the 1 or 2 streaming service providers that I do to watch, TV shows and movies that I'm kinda interested in. Um, AMC Plus I will get back to because my favorite show programs, The Walking Dead and all its spin-offs, I enjoy. Many people don't, but who cares? That's your choice. I think there is, a couple other TV shows that are there that I enjoy that, I like to watch. But right now I'm on Netflix. I just finished doing SWAT, and I think now that I've done that, I'm not sure what is it on Netflix I went to. I don't remember now. I, over on Paramount Plus, I was, doing Criminal Minds and CSI, and I think, uh, I may go back over there, finish those, let that be fully done, then go off to something else, whatever is currently running with TV show current programs that, are dropping once a week. I'll wait till that's all done, then I'll go back to the beginning and start watching that. Like, for instance, like, Wednesday, like, I mean, I enjoyed it. Um, I know how certain things are for season 2. I think season 2 is split into 2 different, groups, uh, or parts. Like, part 1 has so many episodes, part 2 has whatever other episodes. I know they're gonna do a season 3 because it's already been talked about for that. Um, and yeah, I saw the other news, whatever, through the gaming, platform that I follow a lot of news from, that, Grand Theft Auto 6 is delayed. The dates that they say that it's delayed is not really confirmed, truthfully, but we'll see what happens there. Um, I may have to rebuy, 5 itself and go through it back all again, just to go through, the full series, because I started it and then I gave the game away to somebody to start playing. I never got it back. Then I moved and lost contact with them, and so I never bothered again because I didn't know what I was doing. Certain things were coming and going, so I keep an eye on that. Don't know what other games I would go to going forward now, uh, hmm, based on where my mindset is. Um, because some things I'm still struggling with wrapping around, even though I'm on the better side, but still, there's, no, it's not coming out this year. It's coming out next year. They already said something about March, but that's the earliest, in November, and next year is the latest date. That's what I heard. Um, people are gripping, say, well, that one piece of sand doesn't have to be in the exact same spot. We'll still play with it with the sand out of place. Um, I don't think it's graphic, issues. I think it's gameplay issues, that it runs smooth, uh, for the little things that is in it. That's what, I understand. Now, there is an article that I did get, but I didn't read it fully, that's for it, but, yeah, that's okay. I screw up too, John. I'll admit it. You know, nobody's perfect, and if anybody says that they are, well, they're so full of shit, it isn't funny. Um, what else? What else? I don't know about anything else really offhand. Trying to decide. Like here, like I live in a different area, so this area is kind of the information I've gotten on some things around here is very interesting. It's very weird. I did realize how old the area is, and then when I walk around, I see certain houses like going, "Ooh, that's gotta be from the 1960s or earlier," in some of these places. So then the redevelopers tearing down a house and rebuilding it, and the buildings that are going up, the houses, they're all looking similar, all floor to ceiling glass windows, and predominantly almost 100% on one side versus the other. All roofs are completely flat, 2 floors. They look like the stupid, resurfaced styrofoam and then that plaster stucco put on the outside. I forget the proper name to it now, um, that they did over the original face of the building. That's what they look like, and then they want a couple $1,000,000 for this place. Yeah, I think, my intentions is to buy it, John. I'm just not sure, um, what I'll do. It just all depends on, when, the time frame comes when to buy it, whether or not right now, financially, I will be able to or not. Because like I said, I've been wasting money on certain things that I shouldn't, but I take care of my bills, but then the things that I should be spending it on, I'm not, and vice versa, whatever. I, huh, I don't know if I said this and I posted it or not. I used to have an Android phone. Um, at first it was great. I liked it. Then all of a sudden I started getting issues with it. Um, it started freezing for no reason. Then the screen would go black. Um, or when you push the button, like it's on, and you go to type in your password or your security to get in, it wouldn't go in, it would just jump right back like as if I didn't enter anything, and you have to do it again several, several times. In order to get out of that, I would have to shut the phone completely off and repower it back up. Now, truthfully, when you go to sleep, you should be turning your phone completely off, not leaving it to charge overnight while you sleep because that ruins the battery, um, and also to give the phone a rest so that way it's not constantly heating up over time, which also can destroy your battery or cause your battery to overheat even. Now, you may say, "Oh, well, I've been doing that for X number of years and I've never had anything." Just consider yourself lucky, okay? Doesn't mean it's not going to. It can. You just don't know when. As they say, taxes, death, and karma are the 3 things that constantly always come around. You can't get away from them. Um, I could say a lot more to that for certain people, but, eh, it's not, a diss stream. Um, I don't even know whether or not I would bother doing one of those again. Uh, it's just waste of energy, waste of time. People are gonna they will talk behind your back. It's what they talk about, and then they believe the shit they say. But that's another story for another time, another tangent that, is there on my mind that I would go wild about, but, eh, it's not the type of things. Now, um, I've been paying attention to a bunch of other people on YouTube, this and that, and saying, "Oh, subscriber purge." It's not that it's really a subscriber purge per se, it is deleting accounts that don't do anything because they were multiple accounts from somebody else. So that means that they were phony fake people that were watching it because when they get banned by one account, they go to the next account so they can watch to see what's going on. Whatever you wanna call them, it doesn't matter. We know what the names are and this and that. I've had it happen to me. Yeah, I was up to what, 1,100, subscribers on this channel, and now I'm down to currently, I guess, what, 965, 960? That's fine, I don't care. I'm not worried about it. Whether if it's YouTube side doing it or if the people are actually just been, deleting themselves away from me because I haven't been doing anything, or I just don't hang in that crowd anymore. I don't care. I don't need to be with the sheep. I'm me. I'm my lone wolf. I'm my devil as I am, and that's it. I don't care. I interact with people as I do. Sometimes I don't talk to people for, like, who knows how long. Sometimes it feels like eons and eons. Well, just ask John here in chat. It's the same thing, him and I. Sometimes we don't talk for eons and eons, and then all of a sudden, bam, we're talking like crazy. I'm like that with certain people. There's a couple other people that I don't talk to a lot. I know they're going through shit, but every once in a while, we kinda start chatting. Um, Don't say everything, but enough to kinda let people know what's going on, especially the ones that are the closest, that mean something that I know I can say something to, and it's not gonna be repeated elsewhere. There's others where, well, I learned the hard way that, no matter what you say to them, they repeat it to everybody else. So, you know, it's a grain of salt. Yeah, John, we're living on borrowed time. Um, Basically, they said you and they said me, which should be dead by now, but, here we still are, proving them wrong. It it's like I just wanna jump full-heartedly with both feet forward into the pool and let it all out. Then, at the same time as I don't need everybody to know my business. Because it's not your business to know. It's the selected few I choose know who knows what, and the rest, I don't care. But as I was saying, I had the Android phone, I was getting all those problems, had to keep rebooting it, or restart. Um, then the, plug itself, as you put it into the phone, just after that connecting jack where the wires are, the casing starts to split open. So it exposes the wires, and eventually that frays some of the wires, and then you have difficulty trying to charge because you gotta move the wires a certain way, or the jack itself that goes into the input of the phone, you have to start moving that around to make connections and hope that you get it and it starts charging that, and when you let it go, it stays in place, so it doesn't move. This is what I was having biggest problems also with, and I went through several cords. Then finally, I don't know what it was, something was going on, and then I couldn't charge for a while. That ruined everything. So I finally turned around to my cell phone provider, and I looked at, okay, what refurbished phones are there? Because I'm not buying a new one. There's no point. All new phones that are supposedly good are $1,000 or more. Why am I gonna pay that? There's no point. It's not like majority of the phones are any better than what they used to. Sure, okay, you put in more cameras, you give it a little bit more memory, you made, the pixels more clearer, like, really? You couldn't have done that originally because they can, but it's the same thing, like, almost like, "Oh, well, this is the only way we can make money by making a new version with a little bit extra than you had before." That's it. That's really it. It's not really anything new. But I went back to iPhone. Now, every iPhone I had before, I've never had any problems with them. Nothing like I had with the Android. Now, some people are trying to tell me the brand of Android phone I had is the reason. I don't buy that for one bit. Now, if you buy a cheap phone, yeah, of course you're gonna have problems because you buy what you purchased. You pay cheap, you get cheap. Pay a little bit more, yes, it's good, it's better, but not all the top, brands are actually all that great. Just like I'll go out there and I'll put it out there, I don't care what anybody says. Samsung is one of the crappiest cell phones out there. Everybody has them. I hear so many complaints. I see so many problems with them. I see phone screens cracked like crazy. I see this issue, that issue. People are having to trade them in for newer ones because their old one is now obsolete. Same thing with iPhones. After a certain point in time, they no longer keep the iOS, which is the operating system, on them for that version up to date anymore. They're stopping to do patches, stopping to do updates. So now it's going to become obsolete, or they wipe it out of their system, just like PlayStation. PlayStation 4 is about to be completely wiped off their systems. So it's a matter of time before everybody has to switch to a PS5. Now, if you like just playing your games, you don't care about being online and all that stuff with a PS4 because you don't have the full support, well, then you're gonna have to go to a PS5. But if you don't care, yeah, you can still do it. Now, you might be able to get online, but you may not have all the chats and everything else, whatever, and the party streams and all that working properly anymore. They're supposed to be ending it. I don't know when. So, there's all that. I could grip and tell you about how work is, but it's not eventful. It's not great. Um, debating on that. There's, everything else I'm debating about. And right now I'm watching the clock at the time for something else. And I'm not going to get into it because I don't know if ears are around or not here where I am. So I'm just going to wait. I don't know anything else. It's been a while. You guys can go back to the beginning, whatever. Just know that if I come on here right now, all it is probably going to be this coming into chat, just talking with you guys this way. Whether or not I pull anybody up to be on chat with me, I don't know yet because I don't know where my mindset is. I'm also refeeling it, I'm taking everything with a grain of salt, taking my time and looking at what I need to do because, as I say it, you need to take time away from any social media platform. Do it. It's the best thing you could do for yourself, no matter what anybody tells you. Take that time away. If you're worried about, "Oh, will they be there for me?" Who cares? When you come back, those who are faithful enough will still be around. They will still watch. I interact with people. Some of them, I might not come to their streams, but I interact with them, yeah, once in a while, I would say, um, because our circles have all changed for many reasons. Um, I know I talked to one person, they have all this drama around them, but I talk to them. I don't care about the rest of the people that are causing them problems or that have caused me problems in the past that I see flocking to them. And I kinda look at it, well, maybe because they're the only ones that's actually putting content out almost every day, or for sure at least every week, no matter what, and they got nobody else because other people like myself and a few others are no longer making content, or we've blocked so many of these people that they're flocking to whoever they can next and slowly causing problems. And I just I can't be part of that anymore. It's too negative. Now, I can bite my tongue, take everything with a grain of salt, and I could go through everything. That doesn't mean I can't. I just choose not to. That's the biggest thing is choosing not to. People say this, people say that, but they don't follow through. I followed through with that part. Now I don't follow through with everything, which I can say, then because I'm not perfect, and I'm not going to say that I am. Just like I say it again, nobody's perfect, and anybody who thinks they are so full of shit. It isn't funny. Um, hmm, I don't know. I just kind of did this because I wanted to waste some time for the day. I was bored. And then I went, "Yeah, should I try?" Yeah, and I went, "Okay." So I went to, instead of Restream here, I went to actually StreamYards, and StreamYards was giving me, I don't know, something weird. I couldn't get up into the live studio, whatever, properly, or it was, but then it wasn't connecting to the channel here. So I don't know where the hell it went up, and then it said, "Oh, that it was waiting for me to start the stream," but meanwhile, I was already doing the stream. I was talking away, blah, 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 and then I realized that nothing was showing on YouTube, so I came here to stream. Yeah, so let it be. I'm not paying for it right now. I'm not paying for anything extra right now, but do know that if I come back with a brand new series for this channel, regardless of what it is, whether if I'm doing more into the nursery rhymes or something brand new or part of my exploring, that I'm gonna get everything together, ready with new equipment. Maybe not for the field, but for editing and everything, and do things a little differently. Um, but it'll be my flavor. I'm not going to follow the flavor of many other people that I know. There's some channels I wished I could get to see, but I can't because I'm off to work too early in the morning and I never get to see them. So if I have that day off where they stream in the mornings, I would go and watch them. But sometimes I forget. I forgot last time when we had our Thanksgiving there in October that somebody was live streaming. These are in the US, not in Canada. And I could have went to their live stream that Monday just to go in and say hello and everything to whoever was there, because I know the people that show up there, they're the same face of faithfuls all the time, nobody to worry about. Once in a while, you see a few names that I don't recognize anymore, or they're names that I've seen, but I just never really fully interacted with them. Um, just like there's a few names out there that on YouTube, they actually I won contests or whatever, this and that, and there's products that they're supposed to send to me. I've never got them, but you know what? I ain't gonna worry about it, it's no big deal. I didn't have it in the first place, so I'm not gonna worry about it like that, but that just is what it is. Um, I don't know, I think I'm just gonna go now. For those of you who've, popped in, thanks very much, for your time. Those who happen to watch this on replay, thanks for your time. Every little second is adding up to minutes, that I may redo, and who knows, maybe I might, push to get this channel, what the hell was the word for it now? See, I've forgotten, that's how long I've been away from YouTube. I've forgotten all the proper lingos. Um, monetized, that's it. Um, because I was monetized on here, and then they took it away from me because they wanted, photo ID, and I didn't have any at the time, so I lost my monetization because of that here on this channel. And now because, my watch hours have gone down, and plus now I gotta put my subscribers back up over 1,000, then show them photo ID of me to prove who I am, um, I won't get monetized. But with that said, I let everybody go. You guys take care, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and if you're anywhere within the cold boundaries that are coming tomorrow, stay warm, my friends, and maybe one of these days again